Well, hey there, Littermates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I am your host, Cat Boss Kitty. Hold on one second, because this is being dumb again. Let's just pop that right up there and see if that's any better. Can you guys hear me better now? I think you can. It says we're in the yellow, so we should be good. How are you, my loves? I hope you've all had a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend. So let's just get this out of the way. I am not tired, I promise. I am makeup free tonight because I have a little bit of an eye infection. I have a sty, basically. And like a good responsible adult, I can't wear any face makeup at the moment. So I just look a little sleepy and probably about 8 million years older than I actually am. And if you don't believe me, here is a picture that I had taken last week with full makeup on. So, I mean, you can clearly see the difference in my age. I'm kidding. This was when I was in 3rd grade, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was 3rd grade, but look how freaking cute I was, guys. Isn't that insane? Anyway, welcome to the show. If you're brand new, we're so thrilled that you're here with us. Thank you for being a friend. We play this lovely little game. I would say, I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. It's getting real loud. I don't know what that's about because I keep turning it down and it keeps just ignoring me. We play a game 3 times during the show. We'll play it in about 15 minutes or so, and then half an hour after that, and half an hour after that. And the only way that you're eligible to play is if you chat it up with us, and if you are a subscriber. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Oh, thank you, Eska. Tell the truth, BK. It's Pink Eye from Poop Finger. It's 100% Pink Eye from Poop Finger. Also, I did try to curl my hair briefly, and if you will notice, one side took, and the other side is stick straight. So we've got a little bit of two-face going on, except for it's with hair. They do suck. They hurt so bad, and I always get so mad when I get them. They don't last very long, but it means no makeup whatsoever, because it'll make it much worse for me. Okay, I'm glad everything sounds good on your guys' ends. So you guys, hi Samantha, we only have 4 days left in this month. So that means number 1, you have 4 days to order your blue box set, be it the Enemies and Allies set or the Lords of Time box set, whichever one you want. You only have those 4 days to order it before it's gone forever. Our vault does not open the way that Disney's does later on in life. Yeah, that's not entirely true. Also, it means we have 4 days to hit that 1K mark. We're 20 subscribers away. So we need to get 20 subscribers in 4 days. I think we can do that. I think we can do that with your guys' help. Spread the word on Instagram, spread the word on Facebook. If you have a show, talk about it on your show, please. Like, just get out there and spread the word of Boss Kitty and TK. Which, by the way, if you don't know, stands for Tech Kitty. Yeah, because if we hit that 1,000 mark, then the subscriber giveaway for June will be 2 box sets. One of the Allies and Enemies and Allies set, and one of the Lords of Time box set. So that's $300 worth of yarn. You just started season 7, where you meet Souffle Girl. I hate Souffle Girl. Oh. Will you turn that fan up more? Because it's hot in here. If we hit the 1K mark by the end of the month, TK just received a phone call from Mittens agent. He says he'll be willing to do his own segment on the show if we can hit 1K by the end of the month. Is that like a regular occurring segment? Okay. Also, do I want this? Or should I now just be pushing for us to stop with the subscribers? Mittens will be back if we hit 1K, guys. I think that's what I'm being told. That's so exciting. So very close. My braces actually hurt really bad today. So if I'm slurring my words, it's because I have some rubbing issues on the front of my lip. I have an orthodontist appointment tomorrow. And so my front lip is a little numb. I've got some numbing agent on it, but it does hurt. So thanks for asking. Hi, Judy. How are you? Hello, Marie, Emily, everybody, just hello. So, Vicky, hello. So here's the deal, you guys. We're working on our make-along tonight. And my first, we're doing socks. It's the, I gotta change the name of it, but it's basically the summer-fall make-along. And it's all socks. If you go into Discord, have I changed the name already? I might have. This is how much I know. I did. Summer Fall Mal patterns. You go in there, there are 5 knit patterns and 5 crochet patterns, all socks that you can choose from to make in the next 6 months. And at the beginning of 2024, we will vote on our favorite, and that person will win a $50 gift card to bosskittyshop.com. I started with my crochet option, which was Alt Knots crocheted socks. And the pattern's really easy to read. I'm enjoying the pattern itself. I swatched on a size D, and it was much too small, so I swatched on a size E, and I thought that I had it down. However, I've made the largest size so far, and I tried to put this sucker on my foot, you guys, and I gotta tell you, I couldn't get it past my heel. So it's not, I mean, I can wear it on my wrist, I guess. It's not gonna work for me in the largest size on this needle. So I'm trying to decide, either way I have to scrap it and start over again, but I'm trying to decide if I want to just add stitches or if I want to go up in needle size. I think I'm going to swatch on a higher up needle size to 1, see if I like the way the fabric looks, and 2, see if I get gauge that way. So we're gonna test it, but we're gonna figure it out because I really do like the pattern. This is the heel flap on it, by the way, and I'm really digging how it looks, like the way it's done. So I'm enjoying the pattern. I'm just having a hard time getting gauge. Arm socks. That would work as well. We always use tea bags on styes. Tea bags work wonders on styes. Hot compresses, all of that. It's mostly gone at this point. My eye is still a little swollen up here as I touch it. My eye is a little swollen still. I just don't want to agitate it, so you guys get me makeup free today. So it's super cute. It's just not fitting properly. So we're gonna just keep working at it. And the reason I'm talking to you guys about this and going through this process, the reason I didn't just do this off screen is because there is this misconception that goes around with streamers or anybody who professionally works in the fiber arts community that we don't struggle, right? Like that it's just, oh, look, magically this works for me. Well, that's not true. Most of the time we struggle as much as you guys do. So getting gauge is important in a lot of situations and very much time consuming and a struggle and just frustrating. And I think it's important for you guys to see me go through that part of the process as much as it is to see me go through the successful parts of the process. So here we are. My bangs are falling down. So we're just gonna frog this. Oh, thank you, Samantha. I know, and I went ahead and put all the Doctor Who colorways out here for you, except for the 2 Patron-exclusive colors, although those are still available too, because this is your last chance to order, you guys. So they're all so pretty. You worked your fingers off to finish a top. Very disappointed because you look awful in it, but you're thinking of having it as a giveaway for anyone if they're interested. Ooh, crochet. You don't have to tell me. What don't you like about it on you? I mean, there are things about tops that I don't like about myself, honestly, so I get that. Like, I have a crocheted top I made. It's really beautiful. It's a little too bulky for me, and it's less that I don't like the way it looks on me, more it's just too warm. So I very rarely wear it. But also, I'm not thrilled with how it looks on me, so I get that. Me ripping stuff up like that. Rip. Okay, there we go. called slow fashion for a reason. Exactly. I say as I just rip this out as quickly as possible. There is something cathartic about frogging your work, by the way. You have to decode between trying DPNs or decide between trying DPNs or magic loop again. Winter's Eve, if you haven't tried DPNs and you can get a pair for fairly inexpensive, I would try them at least. At the very least, I would try them. If you're trying DPNs for the first time, I recommend wooden ones versus steel or metal. They're going to be less slippery. And it is certainly a learning curve. I am not a fan of DPNs personally, but there are some people I know who swear by them. So, and it looks really freaking cool when you use them. I'm a magic loop girl through and through, but I do recommend everybody try them at least once. Waiting for your squishy mail. So I am in the midst of dyeing up the first round as we speak. It was throughout last week and this week. And then the shipment for the rest of the yarn came Friday. So we're in full Doctor Who dyeing mode at this point. You guys will start seeing those rolling out the end of this week, throughout next week. Just a reminder that we do have a holiday next week. It's not on Monday though. It's on Tuesday. So you don't have to worry about no show or anything like that. I'm just talking about for mail purposes. Oh, I got a knot in here. You know what? I don't even want to deal with this knot. I'm not worried about it, so we're just gonna do that. Goodbye, Top Ramen. What a waste. I'll use it for something, I'm sure. So here we are, back at the beginning. We're gonna try. So I started with D, so we went up to E. I guess we're going up to F. Do you think it's called frogging because you rip it? It is exactly why it's called frogging. Rip it. Rip it the same way that tinking is called tinking. To tink is to knit, is to undo all your knitting, right? Stitch by stitch. And it's called tink because it's spelled knit backwards. T-I-N-K. I had to think, wow, brain hurts. Please tell me I have an F in here somewhere. That's a C. If I don't, there it is. I feel like that's going to be too big, but we're going to try it. You know? We might as well. So that's a C. Let's put our D in here. Let's put our E in here. Our F is going to go there. All my G's. All my G's. Hey, Megan, how are you? Go to Joanne Fabrics, and get some stick yarn to make a pair of socks for myself, bro. We can see if I can do it. Yeah, absolutely try it. I don't have a favorite, Samantha. Okay, so we're just gonna pop this on here. It's 26 stitches, 28 rows for 4 inches. Now I'm not gonna do 28 rows. I'll do the 26 stitches. I'll probably get a good 10 rows in, and we'll see 5 rows, something like that, to see what the width is. And if the width is spot on at that point, we like the way the fabric looks, we'll continue to 14 rows, and then we'll see if we have 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I promise someday you guys won't have to watch me swatch. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. For onomatopoeia. And it's a clever term. Seriously. An F, I think there's a joke in there somewhere. There is an F-bomb joke in all F. Yes, there's a joke in there. You're 100% right. There we go. So, well, I'll tell you this. This part's easier for sure on the bigger needles, which makes sense. I can see more of the stitch this way. I don't think I'm going to dig it though. I think I'm going to want the smaller size. And so I think what'll end up happening is I'm just going to create an extra large. That's kind of the joy of pattern work though, is that if you look at the sizing that they have on patterns, a lot of the time, especially with simpler things, you can see the pattern within the pattern, right? So maybe she goes up 5 stitches in each size category. So I would just add 5 more stitches on there, that type of thing. That's what I mean by that. And then you hope for the best. In socks, with socks, it's a little more simple because it's a little simpler because you're also, the length of the sock is based off your foot. It's not necessarily based off the size that they're giving you most of the time. Because you might have a chunky foot that's like, but you wear like a size 6, right? Or you might have a very slender foot, but you wear a size 11. So no 2 feet are the same. I mean, that's actually not true. No 4 feet are the same. I got 2 stitches in that one. Boo! There we go. Watching on your TV and chatting on your phone. That's the way to do it, Goth. You guys have 1 whole minute until our first round of Wheel Goodies and Goofy Mups. That's how fast it goes. It just flies by around here when we're having fun. At Boss Kitty Central. I don't like that. That sounds cheesy. I mean, 90% of the show is cheese, so I don't know why I would complain about it now. But whatever. There we go. Good job, BK. Nope, not on that one. Slide this in right there. Take a look here. I think this is going to be too chunky. I really do. Big, flat, and fat. Am I swatching? I am swatching raw. Do you have to buy Alt-Knots pattern? Samantha, I purchased it, and certainly that's a great way to support the creator, but I don't know if she has it for free in some capacity, such as a video or something like that. She might, so you can certainly look into that. But normally with patterns that we use for make-alongs that need to be purchased, we don't. So if she doesn't have a free option, then yes, you would have to purchase it, because we certainly wouldn't share it on our Discord or anything. Each person would have to purchase their own. I'm an avid believer of not buying a pattern myself and then sharing it with a bunch of people. That's it kind of defeats the purpose of trying to support each other in this craft, you know, because that's how some people make a living. So it really depends on if she's offering it for free or not. I believe it's $6 on her website though, which is pretty standard for a pattern. It's not a bad price, and it's a well-written pattern. Even if I hate swatching at this point. Oh my god, do I hate swatching. What is frogging then? Frogging is when you tear it out, when you just rip it out. And that's why it's called frogging, as Elena pointed out, because you rip it, rip it, rip it. So when you tink, which is with knitting, and you take your 2 needles and you undo a stitch one at a time, it's much more careful. But when you're frogging, you're literally just taking whatever you have in your hands and you are just freebasing. Oh god, that sounds terrible. You're not freebasing anything. You are freely just ripping it out. Like, you're just taking every stitch out. You don't worry about whether things are going to fall down or not. It's just you're just taking rows after rows out. She has it as a video. Perfect. So you can find it that way. This is a hot mess of stitches right here. I can't even tell what I did. I think this is a stitch. I hope that's a stitch. Listen, 9 times out of 10 I ignore this first base row anyway when I'm doing swatches, because it always looks ridiculous. Like, I'm pretty sure I started this where I went through two strands of yarn, and now I'm at 1, so who knows? Who even knows, you guys? You can tell the difference too when you look at it. I don't have it on hand at the moment, Samantha. I do believe you can go over to her YouTube channel though, and it should be fairly easy to find. She does have a free tutorial on her channel. That's pretty freaking awesome of her too. Like, good on Kayla. That's pretty amazing. More reason to support her as a creator. Okay, let's count my janky ass stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Perfect. So we're going to do our chain stitch, turn, and we're just going to start single crocheting through here. This was too easy. It's going to be too bulky. It was way too easy. Curses. Oh, shit. I told you guys you had 1 minute, like 8 minutes ago, right? It's time for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, my loves. So let's head on over to our magic keyboard. And let's see who our wiener is going to be. Let's see. Samantha, I don't think you're eligible yet. Let's find out. You are on here until the 27th. So you'll be eligible again on Wednesday. So let's see who else we've got. I know, so close too. Elizabeth McInnes, congratulations. You are our first contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups for the evening. Let's get that wheel up for you, my dear. Thank you, Elizabeth. That's very kind of you. So behold our beautiful wheel. If you've never been here before, this is what it looks like. TK made this for me ages ago, and I absolutely love it. We have good things and bad things on here. So we've got Game Over, clearly. We've got Ravelry patterns for up to $10 or $5, Blinky rolls, Agit animal sounds, dad advice. By the way, the computer in the other room, we figured out what the problem was. It had no internet connection to it because it's old, but we fixed it finally. Thank goodness. Yarn tarot, and free shipping both international and domestic. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and spin this wheel for you, my dear. You're still waiting for the shipping code. Well, we'll get that over to you. I got it over to you, I thought. You get a second free shipping code. So I'm going to send 2 of those over to you. Congratulations on that.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
That's interesting. Yeah, I thought that I had gotten that over to you, so I will double check that, get the code over to you again, and I will get you a second code, because you do get both of them, basically. Clearly, you can only use one at a time, but your next 2 items then will have free shipping on them. Thank you, Michi. I appreciate that. Oh. But yeah, just go ahead and message me, Elizabeth. I'll look into that first code for you. I'm really sorry that didn't get over to you. We'll get that taken care of, and then we'll get that second one out to you as well. So you just get wham bam at the same time. We will see you in half an hour.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, so that's how it works. We'll do this again in half an hour. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, lovies. What's up, TK? Oh, TK's drunk, guys. He just came storming in here to tell me that Michi was right. TK had a okay, so we had our open house this weekend. We did a lot of cleaning. Elena was there, actually, which was lovely to see you in person as well. Sorry, I fell asleep the other night. I was very tired. But it was delightful. It was so good to see everybody, have everybody at the house. Yeah, it was just really nice. And then, so we did that. We didn't really break much yesterday. I was dyeing yarn all day yesterday. Then today we had more internet issues with Comcast, so he spent most of the day at Comcast's office demanding that they fix our stuff, which hopefully I guess they're gonna do. I don't know. I don't have high hopes for Comcast anymore. Xfinity, I guess. So he came home, he's like, I'm gonna have a drink. And I was like, okay. And he doesn't drink often enough for it to not knock him on his ass. It's pretty cute. Oh no. We're real humans, seriously. What do you need for the Ravelry? Info do you need for the Ravelry pattern? I just need your Ravelry name, username, and I need a link to the pattern itself. That way I can go in there and gift it to you. Do check to make sure that you don't already own the pattern. That has happened more than once, where people have sent me a pattern and I've gone to gift it to them and Ravelry's like, are you sure they already own this? And then I'm like, hey, do you want 2 copies of this? You sure you don't want to pick a different one out? And if you've sent that to me already, let me know. Sometimes Discord likes to hide messages. And I have to go searching for them. And it's like, do you want to take this message from this person? I'm like, yes, of course I do. What is wrong with you? Okay, so it is kind of bulky, but we're going to see how it works. We're going to keep going. Drunk people are just adult-sized toddlers. They can be kind of cute and funny to watch. And also, no filter, which is great. Is it the wine Mama gifted you all? No, it is Midstar. What is he drinking? I think he's drinking whiskey and soda water. I think. I'm not sure, honestly. I would have to go sniff it, which sounds dirty. Oh my goodness. There we go. Fantastic. You own doubles of quite a few cerulean orchid patterns. Yes. Seriously, if you've never tried a cerulean orchid pattern, by the way, so magnificent. Doesn't take much for you to take you down. I know that I'm inebriated if my nose is numb and my ears are red. So that won't be a problem. Perfect. Excellent. I would buy it twice too, because it's rainbows and that's super, super exciting, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I have to buy it to admire it and buy it to actually use it as well. There we go. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Sometimes Discord even hides messages from me. I've been pestering BK for years now. I'll get replies a week later saying, just saw this. It's true. It's very, very true. I don't know what that's about. And it's weird because, I mean, I get if it's somebody I've never received a message from before, they're asking permission, and I get that. I understand. But like Rat said, there are times that I will get random messages from Rat, who I am friends with on Discord. And it says, do you want to receive messages from this person? I'm like, what? Yes. What makes you think suddenly that I don't? So, who knows? I think Discord just likes to throw fits every now and then. Well, that's fine. We all do. Oh my goodness. So, what did everybody do this weekend? Clearly, I told you what I did. I would love to know what everybody else did, though. Even my neighbors came over, you guys. Discord just be like that sometimes. For reals. Did I do my... I did. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, cool, cool. I have a feeling this is going to be way too big. We'll get through 2 more rows and then we'll check the width. Because I'm already, yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is not going to be correct. So we'll swatch again on the smaller side, or I'll make it again on the smaller size. And I will just attempt to adjust the pattern at that point. And honestly, that's what happens sometimes. Like, don't be discouraged if you have to do that. Number 1, don't look at yourself and go, oh, it's because I'm so big. Fuck that bullshit. That has nothing to do with anything. Everybody's different sizes. I have chunky little ankles sometimes. And it's not even my ankles. It's literally trying to get it over the heel of my foot onto my ankle. So it just is what it is. You went to Drunk Shakespeare in DC. When was this? And how do I go? Ever. And then you went to your first fiber festival ever. And then Saturday you had 2 birthday parties. That sounds like a full weekend. What did you think of the fiber festival? Camping, yoga class, volunteering. The huge. My neighbor was very sweet. It's true. We had another one come by at 9:30, and I still had friends here. We were playing games, and the window was open. I thought we were being too loud, and she was coming over to complain. She was coming over to drop off scones or something. I don't remember, because she missed the party because she had a migraine. But my friends were like, my guests were like, oh shit, are we too loud? I'm like, probably, but I don't think that's why she's here. Okay, yeah, we'll do one more and then we'll go ahead and we'll measure the width at the very least. Length, width, I don't know. We'll measure it across. All Crafty, hi, how are you? It's so good to see you. It's going really well. We're at the end of June, which means the final sales for the 2 blue box sets, which is what these are right here, are available through the end of this month. And also, we just have 4 days left to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're about 20 away. If we hit that 1,000 mark, then one lucky subscriber will win not 1, but 2 box sets of the blue box sets. So that's 10 skeins of yarn. 10 skeins of beautiful yarn. All the Doctor Who yarn. All day, every day. Oh my gosh, you guys. Do you know how many yards of yarn that is? Number one, that's 40 ounces of yarn. Oh my, it's a lot of yarn. It is... How many yards is that? Let me think for a second. 460. It's not 460 times 10 though, because 2 of those are 430. But 30 plus 30 is 60. So if we did 460 times 10, it's 4,600. And then you minus 60 from that. So you're looking at 4,540 yards of yarn. I think that's right. I'll calculate my head math here in a second. That is much yarn, very expensive. If you can cover a crochet pattern to knit, maybe. You love the Fiber Festival. It's fun looking at everything, and your 6-year-old seemed to really enjoy it. Can you knit alt knots pattern? If you can convert it to a crochet pattern, yes. But I would just enjoy the crochet of it. You went to the Greek festival on Sunday or Saturday. Lots of yummy Greek food. Oh, it sounds so delicious. What's your favorite Greek food? Your next BK purchase will be some mohair you've never worked with. Oh my gosh, our mohair is so soft too. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty paranoid with how I process my mohair, so it's really freaking soft. Much yarn, such wow. Okay, so let's see. I think this is going to be way more than 4 inches. Maybe I'm wrong though. Who knows? You never know, right? So boop, boop, boop. It's twisting, which is weird, but whatever. We're way off by a whole inch. That won't do. Boo hoo hoo. Yeah, so that's 4 inches right there. Okay, we're back to the drawing board. Plus, this is not a tight enough fabric for socks. So it's lovely, but it's not what we want. Haven't been on in a while. I haven't been able to crochet because of severe pain. Need to go see the doctor. Absolutely, Emma. Go see the doctor for that. I'm glad you're back, but I'm sorry you're going through that. That's got to be really frustrating and pretty miserable. Thank you, Yarn Pirate. It's true. It's a very forgiving yarn for mohair. It's got a silk base to it, which is really helpful. Okay, so we're going to put this F back. I guess we're going to go back down to an E. Okay. So I already know what the E looks like. I don't need to swatch it again. We're just going to start the pattern, and I'm just going to make it longer. But let me take a look at the pattern real quickly. This is what I'm talking about here. So I'm not going to go into the deets on the pattern, but I will explain this. So this pattern has 3 different sizes: small, medium, large, which is fine. So when you're looking at it, let me get a calculator out real quickly. When you start, you repeat. So you cast on the same amount of rows no matter what, which makes sense because that's the length of the cuff. It has nothing to do with width. But you're going to do 42, 44, 48, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is interesting. It goes up 2 stitches to the medium and 4 stitches to the large. So I could do 4 stitches for an extra large, or if I was following a pattern in there, it would be 8 stitches up for the next size up, but that seems like too many. Let's take a look down here. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So that's a 2-step, that's a 2 increase step there. 44, 45, 46, 46, 47, 48. 2-step increase there. It's really weird. 42, 43, 44, 44, 45, 46, 47. Yeah, that's strange. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26. So these are all 2-step increases. So everything else looks like it's pretty standard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up 4 rows, or 4 additional rows. So instead of 48, we'll do 49, 50. At 50, I'll look to see if it fits. If not, then we'll add 2 more. So we'll go to 52 if we need to. Okay. What hooker am I using? I am using a 3.5 millimeter hook, aka an E hook. And it is a clover hook. Hi, Brett. How are you? Welcome to the show. Trying to find the yarn here. I enjoy drinking alcohol. If I drink 2 shots worth, my stomach gets hot and I feel sick for an hour or 2. Yeah, people can be allergic to alcohol. People can be allergic to marijuana. You can be allergic to just about anything. You can be allergic to anything but love. I'm sorry. I'm being goofy now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, like I said, this is the length of the cuff. So we're going to do our chain 10. Oh, I'm sorry. We're chaining 11. Because you chain 10, then chain 1, right? And then we'll go ahead and start in the second chain down right here. We're going to single crochet. We're just going to single crochet 10 across. And I am going to be careful with these ones because I want them to look nice, because this is the actual cuff of my item. So it's not a swatch where I can make the bottom look janky and just not care. That is not the case here. Thank God it's only 10 stitches though, instead of like 27 stitches or 26 stitches, whatever it was. Oi, oi, oi. There we go. We're going to pop it in right here. Like so. I will check the time here as soon as I get through these 10 stitches, because I know I get kind of wrapped up in things sometimes. So how many of you are going to start spinning for the Tour de Fleece next month? I believe I have a message from JK to talk about it, because she does the event every year, and I don't know if she runs a group or if she's just part of a group. It's not it's a big deal actually. And I think we're going to participate this year. Maybe we'll do spinning on Wednesdays for it. Of course you can start it now. You can start it whenever you want to. You guys have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 7 minutes until our next round of Wheel Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. How many socks am I making? As many as I can. How many stitches for a medium size? You're gonna have to look at the pattern for that one. Like I said, I cannot share patterns, unfortunately. Not the written one, at least, that was paid for. But I bet it's in that video for sure. Okay, so I believe on the back side it says you gotta go through the back loop because you're making ridges, which is really cool. Chain 1 and turn, single crochet and back loop across. You're gonna cast on 10 for all of them though. Sorry about that. That's what I meant. So for the cuff, you cast on the same amount of stitches no matter what. There. Right through the back loop. And the reason you're only going through the back loop with this pattern, and this is really freaking brilliant, is it gives the same look as a knit purl on a knitted cuff, right? That rib stitch. It gives you the look of a rib stitch, which is really cool. Because you're going to do this on both sides. So each side gets this little ribby rib. So I really enjoy crochet. I think it's a lot of fun. My biggest complaint about crochet is the first like 5 rows. They're just so awkward because there's nothing to hold on to. I'm making my own size. I'm making an extra large. An extra fantastic size is what I'm making. Crafty, are those the ones that are in Discord right now? They look great. You would break out in hives from drinking stop 10 years ago. Both socks will never be the exact same size. That's true. Finally got a ball winder after 10 years of crocheting. So worth it. You're going to do that since your arm is screwed up. You get confetti for ball winders. Ball winders and Swifts, man, they are living the dream. They're so good. There we go. Let's bring this back up in here so you guys can see it. Also, crochet looks like a hot mess for the first 5 or 6 rows. I'm always like, this looks like trash fire. So never be discouraged, because I promise it'll look better a little bit later on. Lots of knitting looks pretty trashy in the beginning too, especially brioche. Oh my gosh, brioche just looks like hot hell lava until you get about 5 or 6 rows in, and then you're like, oh, that's beautiful. It's very much the ugly duckling of knitting. You haven't shared them yet. The start is a nightmare, but so worth it. Agreed. Round 3 of washing clothes tonight. I've 100% used my knees before for a yarn Swift. I've used the back of a chair. I've used poor TK's arms. Like you do what you got to do to get your craft on, guys. As long as you're not hurting anybody permanently. I mean, a little bit of arm pain, you know, from holding that up for an hour or 2 is not that big of a deal. Although I will say Swifts are, I mean, they're not cheap for sure. You can get a fairly inexpensive Swift on like Amazon, and you know, I think for under 30 bucks. They're not going to be the best, but they certainly work. If you have the ability to drop $50 to $70 on one, the one Knit Picks has is really great. That's the one I have. It's wooden, it's pretty solid. Very standard, and it comes in like a nice pine, but they also have one that's black, and it's really pretty. It's like an onyx color, and they have sales on them all the time, so that's an option as well. Make sure I've got enough stitches there. I didn't skip anything. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. No, what? My stitch on the end. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Perfect. Cool. Right in there. 1 2 stitches. 3 4. Oh, this die is starting to hurt. Sorry. Whew. I shouldn't do that. TK's gonna yell at me from the other room. I can hear it already. Stop putting your finger in your eye. 9. I think that's wrong. I think that's only 9 now. Let's double check though. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yeah, I'm like, I think I have one more stitch in here. Shit. Okay, I stopped going through the back loop. I screwed up. That's on me. Whoops-a-daisy. Hi, TK. Say it. You know you want to.
Stop putting your finger in your eye.
What about my knuckle? Okay, let's try this again. through the back loop. So grandmother's house we go. There we go. Oh, it feels so loose. I don't like this. I much prefer the stability of going through both sides of my stitch and not just the back loop. This does make me want to create a crochet sock pattern that uses front and back post stitches for the rib stitch for the cuff. I think that would be really pretty. I'm sure that they exist. I'm sure I'm not the first person to think of that. Let's be honest. There we go. I was sitting here going through these and I'm going through both loops. I'm like, man, this is so much easier than I remember the first time. I'm like, oh, that's because you're fucking it up, BK. What's wrong with you? Maybe I got a contact drunk. Who knows? You guys, I made so much food for this barbecue, including like 10 pounds of pulled pork, that I then forgot to put out. Because we had hamburgers and hot dogs and Impossible burgers and a bunch of other stuff. Things were really chaotic, and I totally forgot to put out the pulled pork that I had made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Let's do a shot for every frog. Shoves whole hand in eye. We're 15 subscribers from 1K. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're so close. We're less than 20. That's so freaking exciting. Yes, 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 yes. Not to continue to sound like a broken record, but we only have 4 days to hit 1K. We hit 1K in the next 4 days. Check this out. All of this goes home with somebody. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 beautiful skeins. You can make a bouquet. You could like put it down on your bed and you could go like full on, what was that movie? American Beauty style, right? But don't send me those pictures because we'll get kicked off YouTube for that. You could make something with it. I mean, you could make the coolest Doctor Who blanket. Oh my gosh. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. One lucky subscriber will end up with 10 skeins of exclusive Boss Kitty yarn. If we don't hit 1K, that's okay too. We'll still give away one box set, which is 5 skeins of yarn. 2 of these are kitty glitter, by the way. Let's go over some of these together. You can sleep on it like a dragon. Exactly. Okay, so I know it's 7:15. We'll get there in a second. I want to go over a few of these, though. This is one of my favorites. This represents the Doctor number 3. It's for his beautiful purple jacket that he wears, that velvety plum one. This color is so sexy, I want to bring it in as like a regular colorway. And it's so much fun to make as well. We're going to go over 2 or 3 of these, and then we'll go into our Wheel Goodies and goof them ups. What else? Let's see. So that's a doc. That's in the Lords of Time set. This one is in the Enemies and Allies set. This is called Bad Wolf. It is for Rose Tyler. What's up, TK? Hi, Nine. How are you? It's so good to see you. TK loves this color, and he's not a purple fan, but you've got that really pale pink going on in there. And Billie Piper's character was all about the early 2000s, you know, the really, really bright, neon-y kind of color purple leather jacket she had, the denim, all of it. So that's what this is. I freaking love this color. Let's go over one more before we go into our wheel. This one here is also part of the Enemies and Allies set. This is called Don't Blink, so it's our Weeping Angel colorway. And you've got the that kind of bluish toned marbly gray, and then we've got a speckling of browns and greens on it for moss and dirt because they look aged and decrepit, right? And then I've got this streak of this beautiful, beautiful woodsy green that's in here. It's not Forest Park green, but it's really close. And it's just a splash that goes in there. It's just a little flash. It's a decadent color. It would look really good with buttons and bravery. It would look really good with 11sies if you still have that. So we'll go over some more of these here in a little bit. Both of these are still available at BossKittyShop.com. They're $150 each, or you can buy both sets for $275, I think. So you get $25 off. But if we hit 1,000 subscribers, then we're giving away both sets to one lucky subscriber. And if we don't hit that, we're still giving away one of the box sets to one lucky subscriber. Okay, now we'll go into the wheel. Hi, Storytime. How are you? You should have demanded. I thought about that, actually, and I wanted to show them off to you. And I didn't even think about it at the time, but I did think about it yesterday. You and a few other people. Okay, let's go ahead and get our second contestant of the evening. Roxanne, as they should freak everybody out. They're one of the most terrifying enemies in the Boss Kitty universe, the Doctor Who universe. Oh, I'm so glad you made it too. Elizabeth can't win 2 times in a row. What? What? You guys, I look like a hot mess with this half straight, half curled hair, no makeup thing. I love it. It's ridiculous. Winter's Eve, congratulations. You are our second contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goopa Maps. Yay! Let's get that wheel up for you. Elizabeth is a win-win. You all are win-wins. Behold, the colorful wheel. What's up? The Doctor Whooniverse or Time Lore? You're a fucking nerd. I love him so much. Here's the wheel, Winter's Eve. You've seen it a million times, and so have I. But if you're new to this, real quickly, we'll just go over it one quick last time. We got good shit and bad shit on here. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to spin it. Let's see what happens. Weeping Angels versus the Goomy Bears. Oh my gosh. Yarn Tarot, what?
Congratulations, you're a winner!
That reminds me. I got my chibi drawing of my divinator. I should show that off to you guys later. Congratulations indeed, Winter's Eve. You are a winner. We'll see you in half an hour.
Bye.
Bye. In the meantime, Winter, I want you to think about something in your life, whatever it is, craft related, family related, maybe just personally related, whatever, or maybe it's somebody else that you got to think about. But you focus on that and I will focus on you. Hi, False Space. How are you tonight? 3 out of 3 again. I know, right? Wheel's been on it, and I am here for it. You can't wait to get this tarot deck eventually. There is a link to it in the description of our show. So if you ever decide you want to go pick it up, feel free. Obviously. There we go. Okay, so Winters, these cards are really feeling you tonight. Like I'm having an easy time with the shuffle. It's pretty great. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just split it right there. Ooh, I think this is the one for you tonight. Let's see. Ooh, you got the Death card. I don't even have to look this up. So Major Arcana. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So you will notice, yeah, there's a lot of dark going on in here, right? You've got like the black cloak. Death's eyes are covered, so because Death is blind. You've got this beautiful flag right here. You've got a sun in the background that's either setting or rising. You've got a person laying down here and 2 people standing over the top of them. And then you have this ball of yarn right here with this piece that's hanging out, right? So Death is generally your rebirth card. It's starting new things. One door is closing, another door is opening. The idea is not that you're going to die. It's just that something in your life is changing. Something that you're focused on right now is going through a drastic change. That's why you have the sun in there. It's even if it's setting, a sunset just means that there is a sunrise on the horizon, no pun intended. If you look at this card, you have one person down on the floor, right? But if you look at the other 2 people, they look very similar to the person that's down there because those are different reincarnations of what that person might be turning into or becoming. And same thing with the ball of yarn that's sitting right here. You have a piece of yarn that's coming out and you have no idea if that's a beginning or if it's an end, because it can be either. So whatever's going on in your life right now, don't be afraid of it ending, of it changing, of that growth and that evolution into whatever it's going to be, because 99% of the time, whatever it evolves into is for the best. It becomes positive. It might take a while, but eventually it gets there. So it's a good card. Okay. Yeah, new adventures. Absolutely. You picked 2 5-leaf clovers in the past month, and the flag looks like that. It does, for sure, Emma. Okay, let's go ahead and head on over to stretch time. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready to do some stretching. Yeah. Let's start with my shoulders. I have not done any stretching the last few days, which is terrible, right? Okay, so you're just gonna roll your shoulders back slowly. Just relax. And then we're gonna go ahead and move them forward. 14 left to 1K. What? Yeah. I find that I have a really hard time just rolling my shoulders, and it's because I have so much tension in them. We're going to extend one hand out, hello, and bring it across. You have too many interests, so you can't get to them all. That's fair. Tina, hi, how are you? I'll wave with my hand that I'm extending. If this is the part of the show where you usually leave to go get a drink of water or something, try stretching. Even if you're not sitting around with us to stretch, if you're getting up to do something, stretch while you do it. Stretching is so important. You guys, I get up in the morning, my whole freaking body hurts anymore. It's something I have to talk to my doctor about. But my knees have been really just kind of shitty the last few days. And I've taken to, at least for a few minutes every morning, stretching my knees out before I get up. And it makes all the difference. I feel like a new person. Shoulders are rough. You hold so much stress in your shoulders. Like, so much stress. When you're sitting, if you're sitting up tight like this, right? Like, there's so much just stress in your neck and in your shoulders. And we do so much with our upper body, driving and typing and knitting and crocheting and cooking. Like, there's so much going on with our upper bodies that, yeah, it's repetitive motion on your poor neck and shoulders and arms, and they need a break. Oh, so I used to, Elizabeth, like that's what happened with my knee, is that I'll squat down, and I'm all for squatting down and getting back up again. Actually feels really good usually, but I did it the other day and my knee popped and I couldn't get back up, and I freaked out for a second. And then I got up slowly. I was like, oh, it's weird. I just tweaked it. And then I tried to do it again in front of the dryer, and I had to grab hold of something to not fall over. Like I felt like an old person, like a really old person. So right now I'm a little lunge and squat shy. Hey, Samantha, let's go ahead and just focus on stretching for now. We can give you a shout out in a little bit for sure. Definitely go check out Samantha's show at some point in time. But for now, let's just focus on the socks and doing some stretches. Oh, the roving over here, that's going to go with the pastel 1990s Lisa Frank yarn that we were spinning up. And I think maybe, I don't know if I'm going to try to get that done before we go into the Tour de Fleece, or if we do that during. Probably during. I just felt bad doing that on the show because it's just white. It's a whole lot of white floof. Okay, so I'm really going to focus on my wrists tonight. We're going to go ahead and pull our wrist towards our body. And I've got my thumb right here between the crook of my thumb and my pointer finger. I've got my forefingers on the back side of my hand. I'm just gently tugging towards me. Do I have I have a purple. We have a purple mattress, and we have a an adjustable bed. TK and I do not fuck around with our sleeping conditions because we spend so much of your life sleeping, right? It's important. I did have knee surgery a few years ago, and to this day, I still have a really hard time not favoring that knee, which is part of what my problem is. Well, I just gave you a verbal one for sure. I don't have a way to do a button or anything like that currently, but like I said, when you guys get a chance, go check out her show. It's a ton of fun to hang out, and she just crochets some really wonderful stuff. Hi, Loon. How are ya? There we go. Oh my gosh. So now we're pulling away. And we're getting the inside of your wrist. And I just want you guys to go ahead and work those out. Should feel really good. And we're going to go right here, and we'll work on our fingers. So just start rotating your digits. You can see I've been working in my garden. You would rather not. That would make a lot of sense. You found out you weren't just getting old, you needed more firmness. Oh. Yeah, I've got a message into my doctor. Because like we talked about before, where I'm perpetually tired all the time, right? Between that and just the body aches and everything, I want to talk to somebody about it and see what's going on. Before Peasant Revolt on your hands. Oh my gosh, 9 Point. It's so good to see you, though. I really appreciate you being here. It's always a pleasure when you drop in. I hope your kids are doing well, and all the animals, all the fur babies. Hi, Rolling Jukebox. How are you? Yeah, seriously. Good luck averting those riots. Feed them macaroni. That's what I'm having for dinner later on. Making macaroni and tuna croquettes, even though TK doesn't know that yet. I'm bribing him with chocolate. Okay, and then just shake it out. Wooga wooga. Good night, Samantha. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. Oops. Okay, we're going to slide this back on here. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're thrilled you're here with us. We are working on our summer and fall make-along, which is socks. Socks, 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 socks. If you head over to our Discord, in fact, I will head over to Discord for you guys. Just 1 second here. We'll pop it right up. Okay, so if you come into our Discord, there's a section. It's called Summer Fall Make-Along, or Summer Fall Mal Patterns. You can see it up here. And there are 5 knitted patterns in here. And there are 5 links to crochet patterns. Excuse me. And these are the 10 patterns that you can choose from to do the make along with us. We're going to do this for 6 months. It'll go through until the end of the year. When we come back from our hiatus that we do at the holidays, we will pick a winner, and that person will get a $50 gift card to bosskittyshop.com. You can make as many pairs of socks as you want, and the more socks you make, the more entries you can put in, right? I'm going to try to make at least a pair of crocheted socks, so I'm working on the alt knot socks right down here. And then I'm going to try to make at least 1 pair of knitted socks. And it's a cross right now between, it's a tie between the zigzag socks or the Cthulhu socks, you guys. But I also really like the flower socks. There's so many options. I don't know. So we'll see. You're fine. Came in with NPF. Socks galore. Yeah, it's all about the socks. So, if you don't know me, then the confession that I need to make to all of you is that I hate socks. I hate knitting socks. I've never crocheted socks. I very, very, very rarely wear socks. I mean, I wear socks if I'm wearing tennis shoes or boots or something, but if I can live in sandals, I live in sandals. If I can live barefoot, I live barefoot. I know that's not always an option. I'm not a sock fan. I don't like making them, at least knitted ones. This is the first time I've ever made crocheted socks. But you guys wanted socks so bad, and I'm willing to take one for the team. And when I go to make the knitted pair, I'm going to try to do 2 socks at one time. We're going to try to do 2 socks at once. There are a few ways to do that, so we're going to experiment a little bit, and maybe that will cure me of my second sock syndrome. That's my hope, because that's my issue with socks, is that I hit a hard wall with second sock syndrome. Did you do the ZD bake-off? I have not made any ZD yet. Oh my gosh, I still owe you guys ZD. They do, Goth, I agree. It's a good thing I no longer have mod powers. I have an idea of a new name for the make-along and totally would have changed it. Oh my gosh, what would it be? You haven't been the best, but being here makes it better. Well, have some confetti. I'm glad being here makes it better, at least. You know what? Having friends in the community, even if you're going through shit, it always makes it at least a little bit better and kind of, you know, survivable. You can get through it at least. And that's what we're here for sure. Okay, let's slide this right over. So you just go back and forth and you do this. And like I said, we're going to do this. If the large takes 48 rows, we're going to go to 50 rows and see what it looks like there. If that's still not quite big enough, then we'll head up to 52 rows. You're not a sock wearer. You feel like air. You like air between your toes. Exactly. And it's funny because when I was a kid, I hated the seams on socks. It would take me well, not hours, but it would take me a long time to put my shoes and socks on because I was taking the end part of the seam that's by your pinky toe and I'm like folding it over as carefully as possible so it's not rubbing up against my feet. Like, I just didn't like the sensation of that against my toes. It drove my mom crazy. She's like, oh my gosh, just go to school already. And I was like, no, don't want to. I'm getting ready. Socks suck. I never had matching socks. We tried tube socks. None of it mattered. So I live in my Birkenstocks, barefoot. Sometimes I have flip-flops. If I am wearing tennis shoes, I mean, I've got tennis shoes and I do wear tennis shoes and I have my Docs, and I don't mind socks the way I did as a kid. I just don't like making them. And I have a preference of no socks. Here we go. Slide. Once you get to a certain row, things just start to click. And getting that back loop becomes much easier. I say as I hit the loop below that. Curses! You guys, so one of the things we're doing as we get this house put together, and we're getting closer and closer all the time, is not only are we prepping the garage for the dye studio, we're going to move the studio out into the garage as well, we think. I think we can smush it together and make it work. It means that you guys won't just have knitting and crochet out there, but you will also have craft hole out there, and you'll be able to use bigger power tools because we'll be out in the garage where those things are, and we'll be able to do dye studio time as well, where you guys get to watch me actually dye real time, which is dye yarn, which is really exciting. And on that same vein, let's look at some more Doctor Who yarn real quickly. So let's see, this one right here is part of the Lords of Time set. This is number 4. I think this might be, of all the colors, my favorite. This one right here, I would use the hell out of. I'm going to make extra skeins of it just so I can, and I've never done that with a colorway before. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's this very vintagey looking rainbow. It's supposed to represent number 4's scarf, which is so iconic, and I really feel like it does. It's just got such a funky vibe to it. There are so many different things that you could do with just this colorway alone. I kind of wanted to make socks out of it, but I have to be a good kid right now. So yeah. That's number 4. Over on Enemies and Allies, we have our Missy inspired colorway, which is called The Best, because she's the best of the master renditions. And it's got her purple waist jacket in it as well. And then she kind of has a Mary Poppins vibe, right? She has this black straw hat she wears that has these old dried flowers in it. So you've got the black in there for her for her hat and for her tie and everything. And then this flash of white with these dull but bright, I don't know how else to explain it. They're muted colors basically that are in here for her straw flowers that are in her hat. And it's really lovely. TK wasn't very sure of this color when I first did it. We got it skeined up and he's like, oh, that's really cool looking. What's another one we can show off? I just gave credit on this one. The Dalek color was all yours. Do you want me to show that one off next? Why don't you come show off this Dalek color? Tell us all about this Dalek color. Talk loudly. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, do pay you for that. So this is the Dalek colorway. It's called Exterminate. TK came up with it all on his own because there's so many different versions of the Dalek, and this is one of the classic Daleks. So you've got that Tales from St. Olaf base in there, and then you've got that striking black and deep red. And then I put the speckles in there, the black speckles in there. But you said that they looked good, yeah? They added some depth to it. He was very adamant that this be the kitty glitter colorway for the Enemies and Allies. I wanted a different colorway to be that, but I think it worked out because it is that metally. It looks like metal, so it worked out really well, and it's a lovely color. Good job, TK. What a nerd. Get a mic, TK. I know, he's so good at that, right? What a nerd. I love him so much. Okay, what else do we have out here? So we've shown this one off, 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 this one, and this one. This is the journalist. This is for Sarah Jane Smith. Also a companion. This is probably the most basic of all the colorways that we have, but it's really lovely. It's very bright and sunshiny and just chipper. A lot of the things that she wore had pale pink or pale yellows on it, and then like almost periwinkle blue, cornflowery flowers. So that's what this is supposed to be based off of. It's a very lovely color. Of all of the bases, or of all the colorways in here, like I said, it's the most basic, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's going to pool really nicely when you knit or crochet with it. And it's just kind of a breath of fresh air with all these colors. And surprisingly though, it goes with all of these colors. All of these colors go really well together. The other one that is very springtime and bright and happy is the 5th Doctor Who colorway. And this is based off of that lovely orange kind of creamsicle jacket, right? I think it's this peach colored jacket with this orange piping on it, and then he has a piece of celery that he wears on his lapel, and that's what the green speckles are for. Some of these have more green in them than others, but that's what hand-dyed yarn does. I'm in love with this peach color. It's just so bright and clean and happy. So this is part of the Lords of Time set. I'm trying to get through all of them tonight before we're done. Because you guys have today, and then you guys have, I mean, technically you have until Friday at midnight to buy these, so we can go over them on Wednesday again too. So the Kitty Glitter colorway for the Lords of Time set is based off 13, Jodie Whittaker's character. This is the color that I had in my mind before I had any of the other ones in my mind. It's based off her jacket and her shirt that she first was introduced in, right? Not initially, but like her promo pictures and stuff. So it's that light blue jacket that she wears, her duster, and then that shirt, which is a muted rainbow as well. And if you look it up, it's actually a shout out to Sarah Jane, which I think is beautiful. So you've got that kind of muted rainbow, and they're very similar to number 4, which Sarah Jane was companion for, so that works out really well. And these go really, really well together, actually. But this is just throughout here. And this camera, because this is a lighter colorway, is not doing the kitty glitter justice. You can kind of see here, but this freaking sparkles. It looks like the Doctor standing in a storm, a summer storm. It's beautiful. So one of my favorites. And they go together. How fitting, right? And then finally in this list we have 11, also part of the Lords of Time. So this is your Matt Smith colorway. It's very professor-esque, right? You've got the tweed that he wears a lot of. So I've got that brass monkey in here with some brown speckles on it, which comes across very tweedy. And then the maroon is supposed, or burgundy is supposed to represent his bow tie. And then that bright red that you get is the fez. So it's very, very much a Matt Smith color. I think it worked out really well. It's a very elegant looking colorway, and it once again goes with all of these. It works out so well. We do have 2 additional colorways if you're a patron that you have availability to, 1 for each. So this is with the Lords of Time box set. This is for 10, David Tennant, and you've got that brown trench coat with his blue with his blue suit in there. It's very iconic. The color itself is sexy as fuck. Not gonna lie, it's just gorgeous. And this brown breaks in a lot of places, so you'll get little flashes of red. You'll get little flashes of blue in here. There's a little flash of green in here somewhere. It's just gorgeous. And then we have our River Song colorway, which is called Hello Sweetie. And it's based off this really lovely kind of brownish, pinkish, mauve-y colored top that she has. It has like this really cool black pattern on it, and then a black jacket over the leather jacket over the top of it. It's very badass. And that's what this is based off of. And this goes with the Enemies and Allies set. So those are the 2 patron-exclusive colorways that you can get for $20 each. If you get your box set through our Patreon, which is patreon.com/BossKitty. You have to be a patron to get the code for those. But when you buy your box set, you can add one of these on, and it's only $20 instead of $34, which is what our kitty glitter usually goes for. My HSN is done, I promise. We can move on now. Hi, Kate Creasy. How are you tonight? You want to jump her out of the... Oh my gosh. It'll happen for sure. Matt Smith cardigan. Have driven by Torchwood Way. Oh my gosh. The pink and black, that's your favorite. Oh, I love to hear that. You want to squeeze all the BK yarn. It's so beautiful and squishy. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. I miss having my little heart emoji over here. That's okay though. Okay, so let us continue. Oh, we only have 1 whole minute until our next round of Wheel Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. I say let's continue just as it's time for us to go into our final game. Hit the subscribe button, chat it up with us. That way you're eligible to win some goodies. We're so close to that 1K. I'm so excited. I might pee my pants just a little bit. You guys will never know. I won't actually tell you if that's the case. And apparently if we hit 1K, Mittens will come back as well. I didn't realize that that was part of his contract. I'm a little burnt by that, but whatever. I'll keep my saltiness to myself, mostly. I'll just, you know, hide all the catnip in the office. There we go. Excellent. BKHSN is the best. I love you guys so much. You guys are so fantastic. Yeah, it is Wheel Goodies and Goof 'em Ups time. We're gonna pick our finalist for our final contestant for the evening. But real quickly, I want to show you. This is what happens when you do those through the back loops. You end up with these ridges, and it looks like a rib stitch, much like what you would do with knitting. And that's the whole point. So it'll sit this way, and it's gonna just kind of be a cuff on my ankle. That's the plan, at least. Okay, let's get over here. Sockathon! Welcome back, little brat. It's so good to see you. That's not how you spell legal at all. Oh my god. There we go. Summer Fall Sockathon. I think we might be able to do that. For real. All the lovely colors. Thank you, Knit. Okay, let's find out what that winner is. Right? Exclamation mark gal. Casey, congratulations. You are our... Where did everything go? You are our final contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups tonight. Let's get that wheel up for you, my dear. Beautiful. Hello, wheel. You sexy beast, you. Okay. We're going to spin it. You guys know what the hell's going on here. Ooh, it's a Ravelry $10. It's a $10 pattern. A Ravelry. You are a winner. So Casey, all you need to do is message me on Discord. I need to know what your Ravelry username is, and I need you to pick out and link me a pattern that you want gifted to you. It can be any pattern on Ravelry that is $10 or less. So make sure you get that over to me. Congratulations, and thank you so much for being a subscriber. From the bottom of my heart to all of you, we really, really appreciate it. We will see you on Wednesday. Goodbye. We also appreciate patrons. You guys rock my freaking socks, even the ones I'm crocheting right now. So if you head over to patreon.com/bosskitty, you will find 3 different tiers that you can join, and they're all amazing because you were all amazing. And we give out cool goodies. You guys get early release parties for things like box sets or grab bags. TK is going to be doing some haikus once we hit 75, I believe, which we're still about 10 away from. We have silly things like Fleece to finish projects that we're working on. We're getting ready to weave on that, which is very exciting. I sing occasionally for our patrons. That's up on there. Once we hit 100 patrons, we will create a poll where you guys will be able to make your own patron-exclusive colorway that will always be available to you in all of our bases. A lot of our patrons get free shipping. A lot of our patrons get things like totes after 3 months or stickers, depending on what level you're at. So if you're interested in joining that level of Littermate, whew, head over to patreon.com/bosskitty today. And thank you all. We love you. It's supposed to end at the end of the month, or at the end of the year. 6 months, baby. DK said if it was going to end in the fall, I could call it Boss Kitty's Giant Sock in the Balls. You guys are killing me. I'm sorry. Sock in the falls. I just gave up the pun there. Woo! Oh, I fail at this every time. Okay, you guys ready for some show and tell? I'm ready for some show and tell. Our make-along is available, by the way, for everybody to participate in. You can join at any time. It does not have to be now. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. You can join in 5 months for all I care. You can join 2 days before it's over. It's up to you. It's free to join. We just like having the community work on things together.
Time to clean up.
Here we go. It's time for a show and tell.
Yay!
So E here is working on the socks that I am working on. Hers are beautiful. They turned out. They look great on her ankles. They fit perfectly. So good on you. And I love the colorway. Buttons and Bravery is one of my favorite. They look great. So this is the Alt Knots sock pattern that I'm using right now. It's one of the make-along sock patterns. These are so fantastic. And here they are off feet. They're so damn cute. I love the heel on them. You can post right now if you want to, if you've got time. We got people in here. You're good. Get it on up. I know Samantha went to bed, but that's okay. This is her graduating from Project Search. Congratulations to Samantha, even though she's not here right now. I love her dress. And this is her at the Colorado Rockies game. Very cool. And a beautiful cake for Sharon's 80th birthday. I love the rosettes. Emma, my daughter's blanket in progress. She chose all the colors. I'm doing what I do. You are, and it's gorgeous. I love the colors. I love the peach that's in there. It's a nice little change from everything else. And the work looks great. Crochet, the top that is up for grabs. Large/extra large stitch, mesh stitch. And me and my kitty, who I still haven't named yet. Okay, I totally understand that this top is up for grabs. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your adorable hiney. I think it looks really cute on you. I think it's a super cute top. I understand. So I get really self-conscious in stripes personally, horizontal stripes, but I think that it looks adorable on you. And I hope that you are at least proud of the work that you've created. The colors are also really great on you, especially that mustard color. Yeah, it's super cute. Hello, kitty. Oh my goodness. Look at that face. That is a wise kitten. Do you have any names that you're thinking of right now? Sandwich. Oh my gosh, his name is Alfred the Crocodile Clutch. Too stinking cute. I love him. He'd be great at Ren fairs, like on your hip, right? Like in a pirate costume. He's so damn cute. What a clever, clever concept. Did you create this pattern on your own? You just gave free foot pics. You did. You really did, Elizabeth. Michaela, Michi, it's done. I was procrastinating on sewing the pieces together. I'm doing the same thing with my cow. Finally finished last night. Can't wait to give it to my special little patient I made this for. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at that. I love the paws. Which pattern did you use? Michi, they're adorable. Piggybacking off Michi, I made a baby triceratops too. Great minds, I guess. I still need to stitch the cute nails though. Also stinking adorable. I love how different they look. Like the colors make all the difference, right? You guys did such a great job. And then, yeah, the eyes are different too. It's so cute. Can't wait to see with the toes. Okay, progress on the space shuttle. It no longer looks like... Okay, so it no longer looks, you know, disturbing. It does look a little bit like a hot dog over here, but I like this piece right here. This is great. This is going to look real good. Loving how this top is fitting. It's going so fast because it's worsted weight. It looks fantastic on you. I love it. It looks comfy too. Kitty decided it was time for cuddles, not knitting. Oh my gosh. Too cute. My cats do this all the time. They get very jealous of my fiber arts. Spock is an adorable name. I agree. First off, hi, Boss Kitty. Hi, AJ. I miss you and love you. Well, we miss and love you too. Now, these are shoulder bags I made from scrap yarn. Awesome. I'm working on another shoulder bag using the extended crochet pattern. Peace out. These are so wonderful. I love scrap yarn projects. They're one of my favorites because you never know how they're going to turn out, right? These look great. And we miss you too, AJ. Vicky. First is 30 granny squares. I need 90. for the cardigan that I'm making using MJ's Off the Hook pattern. That's the second picture. And the third are two of my cats, Miss Kitty, who's white, and Minnie Me, the Tux, keeping my uncle company. These are gorgeous. I love your color choices. I also love that you need 90 of them. But hey, you know what? You're a third of the way there. It's going to be beautiful. I'm really tempted now to make this granny style cardigan because that is badass pattern. Like that's a really great cardigan. Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. Will you post a link to the pattern? Because I might want to make this later. Kitties. Look at all that floof. Are they keeping him company or is he keeping them company? Goth, you're going to make the fishnets. I'm super excited to see how those turn out. Bubbles, outline tee progress. Split for the sleeves and now just boring stockinette. Which means I need a second project to work on. I done tank, Idun tank, and a Goofy Thor napping pick. This is beautiful. I love it so much. Oh, even with all the boring stockinette, it's going to be so pretty on. And this is gorgeous too. That yarn is delightful. Oh, and this picture is kind of sexy. I don't know what it is about it, but I really like this picture. I like the texture in the picture. I like that it's blurry in the front. I like that it's flat, except for your progress marker right here. Like all these little details on it. Oh, Thor, you goon. Look at that face. Oh, his nose looks like Thor's hammer. It's too much. Loon, a cardigan I made last week with my scrap yarn. Yes, it's so good. I love it so much. I like this piece right here a lot. Alora sporting a little doggy dress. Too stinking cute. She looks so happy in it and proud of herself. And a coaster I made 5 of them for my aunt's grandma. I hope you all had a good day or night, wherever you guys are. Well, we hope you did too, Loon. I know that it's been rough, but I'm hoping it's getting better for you. And Tasha, I did this bag for a tester pattern and I loved it. You can't tell it's leopard print. If you can't tell it's leopard print. This is a really cool bag. Are you kidding? I can totally tell that's leopard print. That is a sassy, salty bag. Like this bag has so much sass to it. I don't even know what to tell you. You could get in trouble for carrying this around because it's so sassy. It's great. You did a wonderful job. You guys, it was a great show and tell. Straight to the point. Cool projects, adorable animals. My favorite type of show and tell, if you didn't know. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate that. The angle and the color for real. And his bangs were so cute. I love you all so much. We're so close to 1,000. So remember, get the word out. If we hit that 1K, somebody's winning so much yarn. And if you've already purchased yarn, imagine how much more you'll have. I love you all to pieces. This community is the best fiber community out there. I'm not just tooting my own horn. You guys really just do make this place magical. So thank you for that. Do something spectacular tomorrow. Do something wild and unexpected if you can. I'm going to the orthodontist in the morning, so that's my wild and unexpected, except for it was scheduled, so it really isn't, but I'll lie about it, whatever. I will see you all here on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you're free, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, TK will be here with Craft Hole. I'm not sure what you guys are working on. I think you're painting. He painted this really cool resin worm on a mushroom that's going to go in my garden on Craft Hole this last time. And I know he made this adorable fairy door as well. And I don't know if he's painting this or if I'm painting this. Somebody's painting this at some point. So I don't know what you guys are doing tomorrow, but he will be here with his smooth voice and chill attitude. So make sure that you're here for it. We love you guys. We hope you have a wonderful evening. Until next time, as always, happy crafting, my loves. Good night.